What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley here on a rainy Monday afternoon. I hope y'all can hear me well, because I'm going to tell you what, rain is coming down. It's loud in this studio / shop here. It's got a metal roof, and it's a little bit loud. I am here by myself today, but here in just a few minutes, we got some cool guests coming on. And we'll have all kind of stuff to talk about here on Chicken Bone Alley today. First of all, it is race week over at Darlington. Track 2 Tough to Tame. It's always an exciting week, especially for the throwback week, man. That's always fun to see who's in what cars, see who's got what going on, and who's throwing back to who, and how good the scheme looks, how accurate the scheme looks as compared to the car that it is throwing back to. I personally like it when the car number is accurate. That's what I like. It's kind of weird. I don't know. When somebody does a throwback to somebody else and it's not the same car number, I don't know. It just throws it off for me. I don't know. So I like it when the car number matches the car they're throwing back to. And just the only thing messing me up right now is the number placement still. I did see Kyle Larson and Terry Labonte's throwback there for this weekend. And it looked pretty cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, first up here, we are going to go to the phone with track president of Darlington Raceway, Mr. Josh Harris. Josh, what's going on, buddy?
Doing good. Just getting race week kicked off here on the first of the week, and ready to get things going. Man,
it is I'm ready for it, dude. I was just saying that I love this week. I love the throwback week, man, and there's so many schemes that's come out so far, and I was just talking about probably one of my favorites so far that I've seen is Kyle Larson throwing back to Terry Labonte, and they were at the track last week. But I love it when the car number matches the scheme they're throwing back to. I don't know, that's something about it for me. And I just think that one looks pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, that one's really cool. I think it's one of the best that we've seen so far. But I don't think that I think there's still some more to come later this week. So we'll see. There's a couple other ones I like. Wood Brothers, Josh Berry. That was pretty cool. And, Austin Cindric was over with us several weeks ago at the Governor's Mansion and unveiled his, which is a throwback to that blue and gold scheme from Dale Earnhardt back in 1980. So there's some top contenders. And I got to give kudos to the Xfinity guys, too, because those teams have come out with some really cool paint schemes so far.
Yeah, man, they definitely have. All of them are great regardless. I mean, it's always just cool to sit back and look at all of it, and just and celebrating 75 years of Darlington Raceway this year. I mean, that's just it's kind of a number sticking out, and the guys are throwing back to, I don't know, it's just so much history, man, and it's just really cool. But I want to ask you, buddy, you've come in here, taking over the reins from our friend Kerry Tharp at Darlington Raceway. Man, how's it been so far?
Man, it's been great. Kerry left a great team for me to inherit, and we've built on that a little bit. But it's been a dream. I couldn't ask for a better place to be at this point in my career. A place with so much history and tradition, and it makes my job a lot easier when you get to promote a track like Darlington Raceway, and it kind of sells itself. So I've adjusted well. Our family's adjusted well to being in the PD region. It's home now, and it's so cool to come to a track with 75 years worth of history every day, and be able to look around and think about all of that, think about those that have come before you, and be able to just truly appreciate it.
Man, I like to ask people when they come to the track, especially guys come the first time and stuff, see the track, but obviously you'd been to it and stuff. But when you come to Darlington, man, what was the thing that just originally just stuck out to you? It's like, man, that is so awesome.
Well, I tell you, the thing that this is a little funny story. So the first time I ever came up to the track, you put the GPS, the address in GPS, it actually brings you up Racetrack Road to kind of the back side of the track, and I'm pulling in there, and I'm like, well, I can see it off in the distance, but man, how do I get there? So that was kind of funny, but there's so many cool things. I think personally, one of the coolest things is there's still two of the original tunnels that go under the front straightaway, and one of them is a Legends tunnel that has it's our Walk of Champions, every race winner's photo on the wall in that tunnel. And it's so cool just to walk through there and see some of the all-time greats in our sport that have conquered Darlington. And then you see some names that maybe got their only win or one of their only career wins, but they got it at Darlington. Somebody like Lake Speed back in the 80s. And so that's really cool to just kind of walk down and think about all that history and tradition. That's one of my most favorite spots to visit.
You're absolutely right, man. I love walking through that tunnel. We try to go through there, and it's so us being here in the PD region. There's some names that stick out for us, and one that was actually a family member of mine's, Kel Yarborough, and you see his picture on that wall, and it just means a lot in this area. And we lost him last year, and so now this it means even more,
Absolutely. I got the pleasure to meet Miss Betty Jo last year and some of Cale's daughters. And, we tried our best to recognize him and honor his legacy last year after he passed in December. No. And we've still got two of his cars on display in our museum. So race fans that come out to the track or anytime they come check those out. We've got one of those last Hardy cars that he owned, and then one of the cars that won Darlington. So it's really cool.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Give everybody kind of a little rundown this week of kind of some events that's going on over there, some activities, what's going on at the track, and what days it's going to be on.
Yeah, we got a full schedule of events. You kick it off on Tuesday when we open up the campgrounds for all the campers to move in. We got a blood drive from 12 to 6 on Wednesday, right out in front of the track at the museum. We're going to do track laps for charity on Thursday from 6 to 8, so $25 gets you 3 laps. You can drive your own car around Darlington Raceway. You'll be you'll be the first cars on the track this race weekend. Thursday night, we're also going to have Brad Keselowski there. Doing photos in Victory Lane for everybody that comes through and does track laps. It's going to benefit the VFW's Help a Hero Scholarship Fund. Friday, we're going to be out in the campgrounds visiting campers. We're going to be out in the community doing some things. We've got a rolling campground concert for our campers on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, all the racing action heats up. We'll have a full schedule of things going on in the fan zone both days, Q&As. Got our former drivers, our NASCAR alumni. They're going to be there doing autograph sessions and Q&As. Saturday night, we've got, after the Xfinity race, we're going to have the throwback parade from downtown Darlington to the track. And then everything will culminate on Sunday, leading up to the green flag of the Goodyear 400 at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Can't ask for anything better, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, dude, I sure appreciate it. And I know you got some other stuff to tend to this evening, got other radio shows and stuff. You going to hang out with our buddy Dan Elock and me?
That's right. Every Monday night we go down and hang out with Dan and talk about the racing in NASCAR, all the racing locally, and it's a really cool, fun time. So I'll tell him you said hello.
Please do. Y'all have a good bit to talk about from Dillon Motor Speedway this past weekend. It was quite an interesting weekend for sure.
I can't wait to get all caught up.
I'm just letting you know, everybody got through out in street stock, just to let you know.
That sounds like a good story. I can't wait to hear it.
Good deal, buddy. Well, I appreciate you coming on, spend some time with us this evening, man, and we hope to see you at the track this weekend, buddy.
Yeah, I'll see you there. Can't wait.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Josh Harris, President, Darlington Raceway, right here in Darlington, South Carolina, right down the road from us. We're ready for racing action over there. It's always fun time, always a fun week. Not gonna lie to y'all, folks, we're probably gonna have a short show tonight because it is raining really hard outside, and I know y'all can probably even hear it. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it through the microphone ones on the live. But anyway, so we're gonna probably get it in, get it out. But we still got Racin Jason to come here in just a few. But let's get a word from some of our sponsors.
Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE10, and get 10% off at checkout. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, also want to go ahead and put out there our good friend Skylar Whitfield this week. Y'all go check him out. Let's see, Wednesday the 2nd, he will be at Molly Darcy's Irish Pub there in North Myrtle Beach. On the 4th, 49th Street Bar, Grill, and Patio in Oak Island, North Carolina. On the 5th, he'll be at the Statesville Songbird Festival. That's with Route 69. And on the 6th, he'll be at Wahoo's down in Murrells Inlet. So y'all go check out our good friend Skylar Whitfield. SkylarWhitfield.live. You can find all his shows, all his music, all that good stuff. All that good jazz. And we'll keep you posted up on where Skylar's going to be in the coming weeks. And we can go check him out. Also, Go check out our good friends over at Dixie Made. If you're coming in town for the race this week over at Darlington Motor Speedway, head over to Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina, right by the flea market. You will find all the great brands that you love and know. The local boy, local girl, Southern Fried Cotton, Axis Waterfowl, Drake Waterfowl. You always like that stuff. So y'all go check them out. And remember, the price you see on the tags, the price you're paying at the register. That is tax included, everything out the door, ready to go. So y'all go check out our good friends over at Dixie Made. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for The Dirt with Racin Jason. What's up?
What's going on with you, bro?
I'm trying to stay dry, man.
Tell me about it, right?
It is coming down here right now. It is a rainy mess. I don't know if you can probably hear it. I feel like that's all I can hear.
It quit here about an hour ago. So yeah, we dodged a bullet.
So I got a little while.
Oh yeah. I think you know heart of it, bro. Yeah, I think you know heart of it.
Yeah, cool.
So what's going on, man?
Man, it has been a weekend. It's been a weekend. It was something else. I'll tell you about it because I ain't talked about it yet. We got on here and we had Mr. Josh Harris, president of Darlington Raceway, on with us to talk about racing coming up. You know, on that big black track over there, the Lady in Black. You know that stuff, the asphalt.
It's been quite a few years, but yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But, so we had him on here real quick, and I ain't even got to talk about our racing from this past weekend. So I'll tell you about it. How about that?
All right.
It was a rough week. Rough weekend.
Well, okay. Well, what made it rough? What happened?
Well, what had happened was...
Here we go.
We took the car over to my buddy Chad's. He does a lot of our setup work. Chad Webster, Racing and Fabrication over there. We took it to his place on Friday night, and we were going to leave his place and take it straight over to Dillon Motor Speedway. And that's what we did. We took it over there, put some setup stuff in it, did a few other odds and ends to finish up because we just put the body back on. We painted it, made it look good, a little different. I don't know if you've seen this yet. It's pretty spiffy looking. I like it. I personally, it turned out great. I'll send you some pictures.
Okay, there you go. Text me some pictures.
But anyway, so that was all great, well and good. Everybody rolled out a trailer and everybody's like, "Man, the car looks great." I'm like, cool. Glad y'all like it. So anyway, we go out first practice, and the car just feels sluggish, per se. And we added a pile of gear to it, and it's like it just won't run off the corner. And so we tried a few things. We changed carburetor, but about the time we changed carburetor, I went to crank it up again, broke the flywheel, so I couldn't even start it. Had to get, good old push start every time.
Oh, no.
Well, we went back out, nothing, it turned 6,700 RPM. That's what it turned, just 6,700. Don't matter what we did to it, 6,700 RPMs. And so we come in, and we was like, well, maybe it's the MSD box. Maybe it's the ignition box. Our buddy Connor Lee had a spare. So we threw it on there, and that was before the race time. I qualified with the car and qualified like in the back. I mean, it was just, I couldn't do nothing.
How many showed up? How many?
12. I qualified 9th. Yeah, bad. Bad. So went to push it off for the race. After we put the other MSD box on, it wouldn't even fire.
Is it battery?
No, brand new battery. I don't know if it's ignition issue. Really, I don't know. It's
something electrical. Did you go through the whole electrical outlet? We
went through most of the electrical, and I think all the electrical's good. I think it's more motor related. I mean, I think the ignition box, something just didn't match up with ours. We put our ignition box back on. It cranks up and runs.
Was it a carburetor?
No, it's not carburetor. We changed it. I put it this way. We even tried to practice with a big carburetor just to see if it would turn up anymore, and it still wouldn't turn up any higher. So we got something going on. I don't know what it is. But that's all right. We're going to put another bullet in the gun this week.
Okay. All right.
And I want to go race at Florence Motor Speedway this weekend, but I doubt I'm going to end up racing over there. We're probably just going to go back over to Dillon and go test, just because that seemed like that would be more in our best interest.
Yeah. You definitely want to get some doggone good laps on your belt before you take it racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the motor actually ain't got about, I think I counted up about 5 or 6 races on it, somewhere around there. So
Really?
yeah, it ain't many.
I gotta ask you, is Snook still building motors over there?
Who?
Snook.
Snook.
Snook. You had a shop down there by the airport.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I've heard the name, and I don't know where it's at. I'm not sure.
Snook's like. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I'm just not sure. Like I said, I heard the name plenty of times and seen motors and know who he is, but I don't even know where he's at. Quite honest.
It's by the airport, on the airport's property, on those little shed buildings right there.
I got you. I don't think.
Well, it used to be. That was about 20 years.
He's not there anymore because actually one of my sponsors, Rise Aero, is in all those buildings over there now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, doggone. Okay.
So, I don't know. Did one of them weekends, But I said, in all things considered, I said, I've been racing something back on asphalt. I mean, we ran go-karts years ago for a long, long time. But ever since we've been racing since 2021, that is the first race that we've had something happen that I could not start the race. I've only not finished about 3 of them in that time, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, so.
Well, go Dave. That's what I'm talking about.
So I mean, that ain't too bad, I guess. I mean, that's pretty good stats there.
Okay. Well, good for you, Dave. I hope you get it turned around, man.
Yeah, we'll get it. Okay. It's in good hands.
Just you got bugs right now, man. You got a little bit of bugs.
Yeah.
Take a can of Ray to it. You'll get them out of there.
I do have to, real quick, before we go any farther in it, talking about our racing from last week, do have to send out some prayers to the Locklear family. Not the ones from over here. The Jake Locklear is one of he raced with us in Legends, and also he was on the track. Race had just started, the Challenger race that I was supposed to be in, and they had to red flag the race, and the reason they had to red flag the race was to get the ambulance across. Well, unfortunately, his grandfather was in the stands watching the race, seen took green flag, and had a heart attack and passed away, from what I gather. So prayers going out to his family, for sure. And
prayers. This was Friday night?
Saturday night.
Saturday night?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yep. So,
oh, that's awful.
Yes. But, yeah, definitely prayers for his family. And
where's he from?
They're from up in, I want to say around Roland, Lumberton, something like that, North Carolina. Somewhere around, I'm not exactly sure. Somewhere right in that area, though. So, yeah, send out prayers for that family. Ooh, there's some thunder rolling through here now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now it took an hour to get to your house.
Yeah,
wow.
It just started literally about the time I started the show.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But I do have to say, Wayne Locklear won the Challenger race. But it was hard fought with our good friend Ethan Winkler. Finished second, literally on his inside, trying to. They fought for pretty much the whole race. They touched just a little bit, but nothing egregious. I mean, just good, hard racing, the whole race. And then our typical co-host, who's still in school for a few more weeks, Connor Lee, he finished third. So. It was good racing for him. Good job out there.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
You gotta drive me to an asphalt race, my neighbor.
We're gonna do it.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
I tell you what we're gonna do. I'll go to an asphalt race if you come to a dirt race.
I'll gladly go to a dirt race. I love going dirt race.
All right. So that's the deal.
All right. I actually got to, don't have anything to do with dirt racing, but I met him at a dirt race, so I guess I've got to go Friday up to Charlotte or somewhere up there, Huntersville, Statesville, I don't remember, somewhere up there, because of the big car show that's up there, at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing some stuff for Profab Headers. Good buddy Andrew Garris over there. They're in with what they call the Blown Mafia, which is a big. They got show cars and drag cars and all kind of big motor stuff. And so I got to go up there and do some DJing and stuff for them for their after party on Friday night.
Hey, check you out,
so
bro.
We'll have a big time up there.
Okay, cool. How did that go well? Like that went well?
Well, no, it's this coming Friday. Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, this coming Friday. So we'll have fun with that.
Okay. Well, good luck with that, man. Shoot, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And where's that at?
It's gonna be up in. I'm trying to remember where he told me. It's at the Blown Mafia shop, is what it is. I think it's up in Huntersville, Mooresville, somewhere in that area.
Okay. Well, good. I hope everything goes swimmingly. How about that?
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
Shout out Profab.
Oh yeah, our good friends. Guess what? I just got me. Got me a set of Profab headers. On my car. So.
All right. Shout out. All right. Cool, man. Cool. Awesome.
So, with all that being
sponsor
said.
Of the show, sponsor of Lenny's show.
That's right.
At the track. Way to go, Profab.
That is right. They're in a little bit of everything, and we can't thank them enough. So might as well go ahead and put it out there. Profab Headers and Exhaust, ladies and gentlemen. They are quality that wins. That is their slogan because it is 100% true. There's not hardly a race on the track that you can't find somebody there that's running up front with Profab Headers. So I don't care if you're on dirt, asphalt, drag strip, whatever you're on, probably on some boat somewhere. So
inboard, outboard. Yeah.
Exactly.
They're sticking up. They're sticking up. They're sticking up.
Good old zoomies out the top of the drag boat.
Yeah. There you go. Heck yeah.
So y'all go check out Profab Headers and Exhaust and get you a set. Also, Earl Ramey Racing Engines. That is what is in my car. Y'all need to go get y'all a Earl Ramey Racing Engine. I don't care what you running. If you're running crates, if you're running big built motor, whatever you got, go check out Earl Ramey Racing Engines. He'll hook you up, and he'll get all the good stuff that you need and set you up right. So go check him out. So anyway, man, what you got going on?
Ain't much, man. Hey, is Earl Ramey, is he related to Derek Ramey, who used to race Super Late
Oh, yeah, that's his dad.
That's what I thought. How come Derek? I know Derek had a little kid about 2 years ago, but I haven't seen him behind the wheel.
He actually got in a modified middle of last year or so.
Really?
He went out for the first time and I don't know how long and won. Well, I say that actually at the first of the year, he got in the that Longhorn House crate car a couple times, and I think he finished second both times with it because that's an Earl Ramey Racing Engine in that car.
Wow. Okay, well, shout out Derek Ramey. All right, where you want to start, man?
I don't know. You tell me, man. What was going on? There's plenty going on. I mean, what all was going on?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take. We're gonna start with all Friday night's action. How about? Okay, did you get a chance to see the Friday night race, Hunt the Front at Why Not?
I did not. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I said, I was working on a race car. Literally, you know what? Last week, I did not get into bed a single night before somewhere between 12:30 and 1 o'clock all week long.
You racers, man, and you got wives and girlfriends to put up with that, man. That is freaking awesome.
No, they don't. No, they don't put up with it.
I'm sorry?
I said no, they don't put up with it. They're not real happy about it. I promise you. Not real happy.
Oh yeah. They put up with it, buddy. But you gotta make up for it. Cause you got a lot of honeydew lists to do. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I tell you a good Friday night's Hunt the Front race at Why Not. It was so good. I had to watch that thing 3 times.
Wow.
Because Dalton, big juicer, Dalton Cook came from nowhere on that restart. He was like
fun.
6th, 7th on that restart with like, I want to say 2 to go, and just, went to the doggone front, man, on the bottom. On the bottom. And this gave a shout out to Why Not. I got to get the Why Not. If it's the doggone, they got that big street stock stat nationals every year. Man, we need to go to Why Not just one time.
Let's do it.
I'm serious. That place is a freaking gym. Bro.
Oh yeah. Every time I've ever watched a race there, it's always puts on a good show.
It's great. It is absolutely fantastic.
You know what they say about going to Why Not? Why not?
I'm sorry?
I said, you know what they say about going to Why Not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Hey, how about I need more Why Not? You see what I did?
Oh yeah.
Okay. They're both standing down there. Okay. But speaking of need more, I'm gonna get to that. You heard what happened, right?
Which part?
The winner and what happened to the allegedly winner.
Oh no, I did not. What happened?
Okay, I'll get to that.
Yeah,
I'll get to that. Oh, you're gonna be very surprised for 10,000 too. Okay, Dalton, big juicer. Dalton Cook won. Joshua Joyner was second. Jimmy Owens started like 24th. They came to third.
Oh wow!
So that tells you of a great of a track that place is.
That's putting on a show there, regardless.
The O show was the show.
That's right.
Zach Mitchell, B.J. Robinson, Ricky Weiss, Brandon O, Hayden Freeman, Spencer Hughes, and Josh Putnam left. He led a lot of the first part of the race.
Huh.
And I think tires went out or ran out of the race car, and he ended up 10th. But, man, Putnam, I thought Putnam was going to run away with it one time. One caution killed him. But, yeah, that was, man, awesome race. Get back. If you want to, go watch it on YouTube. It is absolutely fantastic.
For sure. Real quick about that. Real quick. I heard you just talking about, let's see. Name I've heard up there every race for the Hunt in Front series. Ricky Weiss, man. He's kind of been up front there, running consistent. Won a race. I feel like he's going to be pretty strong in this series. Think so?
You know what? I should have wrote down the doggone points. I didn't do. I did write down the points for Outlaws, and I didn't do it for Lucas Oil.
Yes,
but I've got the points written down for Outlaws, so we'll go over that too. But yeah, I should have wrote down the points for doggone Hunt the Front. But that's gonna be one heck of a series. I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna be one heck of a series.
I believe so. That's a and I think it's I think it's stepping up even more. Kind of first year. The first couple years, whatever, it was growing, but now, when you got Jimmy Owens running it regularly, when you got, the Dalton Cooks, the Ricky Weisses for even, that's stacking up to be a good deal. And
plus, being Brandon Overton, I know he won the championship last year. So that shows you the caliber. David, the best way we in Smoke always talk about this. Best way we can describe Hunt the Front is it's a regional national series.
Yep, it is. You're right. 100%.
I like to see him expand. I hate to say that, going for an area, but could you imagine these guys like Hunt the Front, like say Farmer City or Fairbury? Can you imagine that, bro?
Oh yeah, it'd be good stuff. It'd be real good stuff. That'd be good. I'd like it. I was trying to see if I could pull up the points real quick, but I can't find them right now. Oh, well.
You can't? Okay, that's no problem. I might can do a little something before we go off the air here. Okay, let's go Friday night. Let's go to the Nifty 50 Friday night.
Not the Nippy 50.
Yes, I think I got the name right. My cocaine. I had it. My Cocato. Oh gosh, I had it. My Coda. Oh gosh, I had it. Oh, I had it before I came on. I even practiced it. My Coco. I butchered it.
It'd be all right. I would too.
Yeah.
Like, why y'all name a track this? I know that might
The
be
one
weird.
in Iowa.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
track in Iowa. Okay.
Quit naming track stuff we can't pronounce.
yeah, right. Yeah. What's that guy's name from Oakwood, Illinois? Bobby.
That Bobby guy.
Yeah, he's an operator.
Yeah, smooth. He's kind of
The
smooth.
smooth one. Man, Friday night, booyah, goodbye, holla, see you, write the check.
Oh yeah. Real quick. Our buddy Kel Maven wants to know if you got his text. He texted you.
No, I don't. If I did, I have to look.
You have to.
Who?
My buddy
Who was that?
Kel that was on the show with us the other week.
Oh,
Racing
I
Legend
had to
cars.
look. I was doing. I wasn't paying no attention. I was doing notes before I came on the air.
No. Just, I think it's all good. He texted you a few days ago, I think, because he asked for your number. I gave it to him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I had to look. I am so terrible with my text because, my Twitter, especially on the weekend watching a race, my Twitter notification is blow. If I get a text, I usually I don't even see it because my Twitter's this big and my text is this big. So, my notifications, they blow up.
Well, Kel, send him another one so it'll be at the top of the text list. He wants to send you a shirt. He wants to send you a shirt. So,
please text me. Yeah, please text me. No, I get you one from Dave. Yeah. Did you say T-shirt? You said T-shirt?
that's what he said.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Friday night. First off, that track is a gem. It reminds me of Davenport / Marshalltown. It really does. That place is awesome. It is freaking awesome. Can't pronounce it, but it's freaking awesome.
Can't pronounce it, but it's awesome.
It is. It's Bobby Pierce, RTJ Shirley, Alberson. Listen to these names: Ryan Gustin, Bishop, Dennis Erb Jr., Shannon Babb, Jason Fager rounds up your top 10. That was Friday night. Listen to those names. What a stacked field it was.
What I was about to ask, I guess we kind of had a little Bobby, smooth operator and RTJ action there.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of racing you think they put on? You think that was just a Bobby Pierce just knows that track because he grew up there, and you think that's why he got the best of him, or what you think?
Pierce is just that good.
He's just that good.
Pierce right now, he's the top. Here's what I tweeted out. This is Bobby Pierce's world. We're just paying rent. That's all it is.
Dang.
Yeah. But
so you saying Bobby Pierce greater than RTJ at this moment?
Absolutely, hands down. I hate to
Let's
say
that
it,
at this moment.
yeah.
At this moment, Okay.
Look how many races Bobby Pierce done. Look at the money Bobby Pierce done won. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look what he did. Look what he did at Wild West Shootout. Look what he did down there in Florida. Look what he's doing now. It's just unbelievable. Yeah.
I got you.
Starts 10th at Swainsboro this Saturday night, finished 3rd, and won Friday night at Swainsboro. So I mean, to beat a man, you gotta beat the man, bro. That's all there's to it.
Woo!
But yeah, but Saturday night, RTJ showed some muscle there for a little while. He kind of gained up on it because of lap traffic. But man, RTJ, God, with like 2 to go, jumped the doggone cush coming out 3 and 4. That was it. Good night, see ya. Holla at you. Bobby Pierce wins. So congratulations again, Bobby Pierce. That was awesome.
For sure. Buggy, what's up, man? See him on here. Kel just asked, real quick before you go any farther, I can't remember what, yeah, Kel, I did see that. Did you see going around on social media where, I don't even know what class or whatever, somebody hit the wall and he hit the wall so hard the motor come out the car.
What was that at?
I don't know. All I saw was, like somebody from the infield pointing at it and pointing at the car, and I was like, "Jeez." Driver was okay, but it knocked the whole motor out of the car.
That was on dirt or asphalt?
Dirt.
Dirt.
Yeah.
I did not see that.
I
wonder where that was at.
I had to find it and show it to you. I think old Bumper Jack's got it on his Facebook, so I'll check it out.
Okay, Bumper Jack. Let's see, where was Bumper Jack be at? He would probably been at Harris.
Probably. That's what I said.
Harris had
probably.
a big street stock race this past weekend.
I think that's where it was.
Okay, probably.
Kale said it was in Lancaster. It might have been Lancaster too.
Really? Lancaster just had a regular show. Oh, I just got a text. Drew Harrington said it was Lancaster. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Drew Harrington said it was Lancaster.
True.
There was a motor on the track. Wow, thank you, Drew. Appreciate that, my brother. Wow, hello.
That's a hit. I don't care what kind of car you're in. That's a hit.
Yes. So that's some Bumper Jacks. All right, I gotta check that out. Okay.
Well, I just know I saw it on Bumper Jack's page, but I don't know who actually originally had it. It might have been him. I don't know.
Bumper Jack, I don't know. He's all over the place, man. He's like, where's Waldo? You can't find Bumper Jack. You don't know where he's at.
I like Bumper Jack. Me and him.
Oh, I love him to death. Oh God, Bumper Jack. Who don't?
We buddies. We talk every once in a while. I saw him a few months ago. We don't get to see each other too often, but I saw him a couple months ago back at the Cars Racing Show. He always comes out and hangs out with us. And we have fun.
Oh, he's awesome, man. Ain't he great, bro? I love him to death.
Yeah, when he was announcing over at, well, then it was Friendship. I called him up. I hadn't ever been there at the time, and we happened to be in Hickory for the Easter Bunny, which is big asphalt pass late model race. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Get this. We were down there with a friend of ours that come down from New Hampshire and was racing. Actually won, but we decided the next night we were not going back because they were charging $50 a person, no matter the age, and we had 2 kids with us to get in the pits each night. So it cost us $200 to get in one night with 2 kids that were under 10 years old at the time. So we were like, nah, we're not going back there. So I was trying to look up any track, and Friendship was the closest one to where we were that was racing the next day. And I text old Jack there, and I was like, hey, man, I think we heading up your way. He's like, dude, come on. Got a spot saved for you. Come hang out. Fortunately, Trent Ivy showed up that night. It was a Carolina? I can't remember what it was. It was I think it was I can't remember what it was. But anyway, it was some show because Chris Ferguson was there, Trent Ivy was there. North South.
That had been a Clash and Ultimate
Clash.
race. Huh?
I think it was Clash. It was Clash that night.
Wow! How about that?
And so anyway,
who won? You remember
who did win that night? That's been a few years back. I can't remember who won that night.
I'm curious.
It's been years. I have to go back and look. I got some stuff from it somewhere.
Oh, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I love that place. That place is awesome.
It was good.
I miss.
I heard they're still gonna they're not gonna really publicize too much, but I hear there might be some pop-up races going on out there. But that ain't gonna be no series. I mean, it's not gonna be, ain't gonna be Ultimates. Ain't gonna be Clash or nothing like that. So, nah. Is what it is.
That hurts, bro. That hurts.
I know. That was a cool track. That was a cool track when it was asphalt. That was a cool track when it was dirt. That was a cool track just period. That was a tough track to get off 4. I can tell you that.
Yes.
That wall jump out at you quick.
Man, when they come at you 1 and 2, man, and they slide, it's that Cherokee on steroids. I'm telling you, the place is awesome. I love it.
Oh yeah,
I love it. Well, I be dog.
For sure.
Trent Ivy and doggone Chris Ferguson. I love to be there for that one.
Kale's talking junk on here. Kale just talking about asphalts for getting there. Keep on.
Yeah, thank you, Kale. No, hey, we're all friends here. Kale. We're all friends, Kale. We're all friends.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, go ahead. What else you got? What else went on?
Man, I don't know. Ask me some questions, bro. Man, okay, let's do this right here. How about Saturday night at Florence Motor Florence, not your Florence.
Not that one. Not that one.
The other Florence. Josh Rice. Let me tell you something. I love to see Josh Rice quit his DHL job and go race full time. That would be awesome. Josh Rice, he is a wheelman.
I remember a few years ago, they were both of the Rice brothers. They were running some of Earl Ramey's motors, and I had them on the show, talked with them a little bit, and super cool guys. Super cool guys. They
even gonna be more put my Josh Rice shirt on. But yeah, how about second place Mike Marler in an Infiniter?
How about that? What I mean, I know you kind of called it there a little while back. I will say, why is he? You know, all of a sudden stuff happened at the first of the year. Everybody was like, "Where's Marler? Why is he not here?" Couldn't find out he was down the road. I don't know. And all of a sudden now he's in an Infinity. What's the deal?
Man, I tell you what, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't really go in detail. I don't know. I don't know 100% of it because you know how that stuff gets out. But I will tell you this: look for some more chassis changes coming next this week and probably next week. So there's gonna be some more swapping going around, which I told you this about a month or so ago when I first came on. Yeah, we're going to see some more. We'll get settled in Memorial Day weekend, and we'll probably June, July hit some more switches. But you know, it's a brand new tour.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Whatever it is on.
You think?
Okay. We got to go get that. Everybody go get that.
You think we got more going to Infinity, or you think that's
not what I'm hearing now?
Okay.
No, not from what I'm hearing.
What you thinking about that Infinity chassis right now?
Man, needs more drivers. Like Capital needs more drivers. Needs some more information being swapped around. It's a good car.
What's going on with Capital right now? Capital had a pile of cars out a few years ago, and all of a sudden this kind of dwindled down.
Well, I think the transition really going to Shane Clanton kind of put more. Kind of behind, but ahead at the same time. You know what I mean? I know Dennis Earl Jr. was down there in Florida, Speed Weeks doing a Capital, but you know Shane Clanton was crew chief and on the car.
Yep.
But if you give Capital a few more drivers, so they can, like I said, exchange information. Maybe Capital get back on the game. Which the joiners are really doing pretty good in it.
They are. He's not running nothing national, but is Peyton Freeman still in a Capital? Do you know?
No. I think he's in a Horn.
He's in a Longhorn. Okay.
I think he's in a Horn. Yeah.
I couldn't remember because I know he had a couple there at one point in time. Was kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, I think he's in a Horn. Okay. I can look that up for you real quick. I got the shirt. I can look at the shirt. No problem.
It's all good.
Okay. And what great people they are. The Freemans, I love them to death.
I like Peyton a lot.
Oh, I'm sitting there just a couple weeks ago in Lancaster. You know, I got there early, and I'm grilling in the parking lot. Nobody else there. I mean, there's not a car within, 300 feet from me. And the Freemans came up there on the golf cart and just chilled for about 10 minutes. That was awesome. Hand up, shout out to you, fiance. Awesome. Yep. Love them to death.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Marler and Infinity. There's gonna be some little bit more swapping, changing going around. Wait. I know this week and probably next week too, like I said before. So.
Well, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I mean, as far as I don't have any details in it myself.
Okay, well, I can text you. I can text you details.
I know. But I'm gonna come off the cuff here and just go with a guess, not as to who it is by no means, because I don't really know. But I just feel like there's gonna be some people moving to or back to Rocket. Rocket needs some more drivers back in it.
You would think that.
You would think that. And
yeah, you would think that.
But that's not the case. Wow.
Not a particular case.
That was Kale text you.
Yes, he did. He said, "Hey, Jason, what's up, Kale? What's up, bud?" But I agree. We do need more drivers in Rockets, but that's not what they're heading. So yeah, it hurts my heart too, man. You know, because I always say, whenever B-Ship or Huddy, whoever wins in a Rocket, I always say Rocket versus the world. That's what it is. It's Rocket. When you have a 24-car field, Dave, and you got 22 of them being Longhorn, come on, man.
I mean, there's some people that look at it and say, well, can't beat it, join it. Josh, you just talked about Josh Rice. Josh Rice. He's in a Rocket.
Yeah. Betty Rubble, by the way. Betty Rubble.
Yes.
Yeah. You remember Betty Crocker? No, first
yeah.
I'm sorry, Betty White.
Oh yeah.
Then Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker.
And now he's in Betty Rubble. Yeah. But he's really the only one doing good in the Rocket right now. I mean, doggone, B-Ship can't even get a win yet. Yeah, I think once the Rocket 1 gets rolling, they're going to keep rolling.
Oh, yeah, they will. They just got to find that thing. And you're always chasing that thing, and it's always the thing of the month or the week or something like that. That's just how racing is. It's like, all right, we found it. Get on
and we hit
Let's
on
go.
it. Everybody's under the car looking at it. What's going on? What's going on?
Don't do that with Mark Richards, though. Golly, don't do it with him.
Get that scribble back up. And this used to trip me out. I don't know if you remember this or not, but I was telling a story here a couple weeks ago to somebody, and you remember the Rodale door a few years ago, and they were talking. People always come in a Rocket. I like to hang out. There's two places I like to hang out this 4 days: Longhorn and a Rocket. Just see who comes in, But everybody comes in the Rocket, drop the cars off, everything. They walk around the shop, and there's a Rocket. Well, this is when B-Shep was driving it before. And everybody goes in and looks under the car. He says, "I don't know what y'all looking at, but y'all get the same stuff we get. But you can look all you want." When he said that, man, I thought, "Die." I said, "Man, that's awesome. That is freaking awesome." Because they were winning everything under the sun at the time. You remember that? They were winning everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought it was so funny. You talk about that, and I remember a couple of years ago, probably the end of let's see, we're in 2025 now. Probably towards the end of 2023, back when Brandon Overton was, with Wales, but they were still in the Longhorn at the time.
Okay.
I remember rumors going around saying Overton and them were leaving, going to do something else because they didn't feel like they were getting the same stuff from Longhorn that everybody that Davenport was getting, or something like that. And I'm like, okay, so here we go to infinity. Well, Overton's like, no, I ain't doing that. Let me get back in that Longhorn.
I think a lot of drivers feel like they're not getting the same stuff, which I don't understand it, because everybody basically gets the same chassis. You get only thing different with that race car is your shocks. Everybody's got the same stuff.
Let me tell you, and I've been in the shop. I've been in the Longhorn shop, and I sat there for a whole day almost, just hanging out, doing a live podcast there one day, pretty much talking to any customer, any driver. There was a pile of drivers came in that day, hung out with us, and sat there and talked. Ethan Dotson sat there, and me and him talked for probably an hour or so, and quite a few other guys. And I went around there and looked at all the cars that were in there. And man, like you said, I think every one of them in there was black at the time. I think if somebody would have come in, if there wasn't no metal on it, they wouldn't have had a clue which one was theirs or which was somebody else's. There's no way. They're all going in the same jig. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, the house car is always going to try something. The house, they going to move a shock mount. I mean, that's really all you can do. They're going to move a bar here or there just to try something. And you want them to do that as someone who runs their chassis. Yeah, you may not be getting that right now, but that is going to come down to you when they find, okay, this is better. That is what a house car is. A house car is an R&D car. They got to try stuff on it. And so anybody that gets mad about that, like, dude, you putting yourself behind if you want to get mad about that, because then people are out there trying stuff for you, really. I mean, for the customer. That's what they want. They want to make that car better to sell the customer a better product.
You know, Dave, I haven't really said too much about this, the last couple of years. Do you think I think Mark Richards should have a test car, or at least a 2-car team.
He needs 2 cars.
So you can,
you got to compare and contrast of what everything's going on.
Let me ask you a question. Besides Josh Rice right now, who else is running the Rocket?
I don't know.
McCready?
Yeah. Well, my problem is with that is McCready was in, a top of the line Longhorn for so long that he wasn't in the heyday of McCready knows what to do to a car. I'm not taking that away from him, but I just don't think he's. It's like, okay, he don't have anything to compare it to. He can compare it to the Longhorn, but he don't have anything to say, okay, we were doing this back then in this rocket. B-Shep's the only one that can really do that.
Because he's been in the 1.2, I guess the longest or whatever. Because what I understand, McCready still, he's still got the old stuff.
Yeah. They still running. Boom still got the older cars.
Yeah. So B-Shep right now is really the only one in the 1.2 car.
That's right.
So they ought to have. Call Josh Richards.
That's what I was fixing to say. All the rumors that was
somebody else get a second rocket car out there.
All the rumors that was going on about Josh coming back. And he was talking about he wanted to run select shows. Has he ran anything?
No, he hasn't. Just stay tuned. I'm still working on that deal too, because somebody asked me that the other week. I'm still working on that. I'll find out what's going on with that. Especially when at TST. I'll be at TST a couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm a.
There you go. Reel it in.
Yeah, if I can get me a bite, at least a nibble. If I
there
can
you
get
go.
a nibble.
Get him on one of your shows, this one or another one. Just get him on there. Let's talk about it.
God, yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? God, ripping the lip or here? Jeez, come on, Josh.
All both of them. It don't matter.
Same time.
There we go.
We'll do a live video podcast.
There we go. That works for me.
Hey. But getting back, I forgot what we were talking about. How about Saturday night at East Alabama? Brandon O with the win.
B.O.
Turbo was in the middle of an Overton sandwich. How about that? Cody O was third.
That's I'm gonna tell you, we talked about it earlier this year. Your buddy Cody Overton, man, he's rocking and rolling.
Still gotta get him. I gotta get him up points, man. I gotta get him up in points on this doggone World of Outlaw deal.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over that. We'll go over that.
Cool.
But, I gotta get him up there, man. Yeah. Cody Will.
That's some chill wheel.
Ethan Dotson. Clay Harris, who started on the pole. Zach Mitchell. Chibi Owens. And Jordy Nipper.
Yeah.
So why not got rained out Saturday? They didn't race. Everybody went to East Alabama that Saturday night for the Ray Cook Spring Nationals.
I'm going to tell you what, and I've always said this. Dirt guys will pick up, break camp, and make it to another track that is seemingly forever away. I mean, that one's not terribly far by no means, but it's still a little haul. And they will break camp and go, and they're going to race. They're going to race.
You remember back in the early mid-90s, Bloomquist would be like, I don't know, Missouri or somewhere that Friday night, and he would drive all night long just to go to like Cherokee to race that Saturday. That's how guys were back then.
Yeah.
You know, they were racers back then. They didn't care. You know, I remember when $10,000 was a 2-day show. You remember that?
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
$10,000 was a 2-day show,
and it was big. It was a big deal.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember them days, man. Oh my God, I remember them days.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, Dave. Let's get to the World of Outlaw points here. All right, both series. All right, who do you think is leading on Lucas Oil in points?
Who's leading? RTJ's not leading?
Well, actually, okay, this driver and RTJ are actually tied for the lead right now.
Moran?
Very good. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey.
Very good. How about that? That's kind of surprising, though, don't you think?
Well, I'm not really surprised. And the reason I'm not really surprised is because the last few years, he has started off the season great. It seems like summer months come is when he has his, I don't say troubles, because he stays good, but it's just he's not as in winning fashion, we'll say. It seems like to me, anyway, what I watch.
I'll go along with that.
He loves some Golden Isle.
Yes.
He makes it happen down there.
Yes.
Seems like every year somehow.
Yes. We all miss East Bay.
Yeah, we miss East Bay. We miss East Bay bad.
Did you know that Volusia got new clay down?
Volusia got new clay?
I should say new dirt, not clay.
I think
new dirt down.
Wow, they needed it, in my opinion.
Man, I'm ready for speed weeks already.
They, dude, that, I'm going to tell you, every time, and I know you were down there, man, that was one track that always seemed, especially when they had the same night with the big block modifieds, dude, that track rubbered up so much. Whatever dirt they had down there took rubber something serious.
I think it was just wore slap out.
Oh yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, I think it was just wore slap out. But that just shows you how Tyler Bachman can come in first year on the doggone job, running Volusia, and says, "All right, time for new dirt." That is awesome.
Yeah.
Love Tyler Bachman, by the way. Tyler, if you're watching, love you, bro. You the man. But yeah, all right. Who's third in points?
Third on the Lucas side. Davenport.
Okay. Are you looking at something?
I'm not looking at anything. My phone black.
I was on the computer with it.
Nothing else.
Now this one kind of surprised me, cause
what? I can't hear you.
This driver here is behind JD, but he's been very quiet. I didn't think you'd be this high up. Who is that? Who's behind JD?
It's been quiet. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to remember again who's running which.
Let me give you a guess.
Give me a guess. Give me a hint.
Huh?
Give me a hint. Who we got?
Okay, new car, new team.
Oh,
There you go. New car, new team this year.
new car, new team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it ain't who I was thinking.
New car, new team, new crew chief. How about that?
New crew chief.
Mm-hmm. New everything.
I don't know. You're gonna have to give me that one.
Yeah.
No.
Lives on a golf course.
Lives on a golf course. Who lives on a golf course? I don't know who lives on a golf course.
Brandon Overton.
Oh, Brandon is.
To me, has he been pretty quiet to you? I mean,
Yeah,
he wins.
yeah.
He wins Ray Cook stuff Saturday.
And what's
but-
bad is I thought Brandon Overton, but I was like, no, not him. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, he has been kind of quiet, I guess. I mean, like you say, he won that this past weekend, but that's really the only thing he's. I think there's more to come.
I hope.
I think.
I hope. I'm pretty sure. Especially when we get the Eldora stuff. I believe. I hope you're right. Especially with Anthony Burroughs, probably one or the best crew chief in the business on the dirt side.
Between that and just the whole, we've talked about it on here before, but just the whole deal with the shock deal they got going on with Longhorn now, Longhorn Bilstein deal.
Still can't.
It's going to come together.
Still can't figure that out, by the way. I don't know. Rocket with Fox. How come Rocket don't have Bilstein? How would a Rocket run with Bilstein's on? I still can't figure that out. That whole shot thing, I still can't figure it out.
Let me tell you, shocks is a big game. It is a game, is all it is. I mean, there's plenty to it. But man, let me tell you. And I know this from racing because we do the same thing on our side. Is all them guys know what each other has. They like to cover up. They like to, you can't see this. You can't. Every one of them know what each other has. And let me tell you something. Yeah, you might have your preference in Bilstein or Fox or Penske or whatever your flavor is that you like. But I've seen them all put on the dyno, shock dynos. And man, them dudes are so close and so similar in what they're doing that, yes, I mean, if somebody hits on it that night, but let me tell you, most of it that comes about is that track that they're on that night fits that driver.
And that little bump stop right there, that's 4/10 of a second right there.
Yes. Let me tell you something.
That little wash.
Let me tell you something that we found out not long ago, talking about bump stops.
All right, lead on.
They got, on the asphalt side, they got these little shims. They got and when I say little, I mean they're 40 thousandths thick. So thin stuff. That 40 thousandths thick shim can change a spring load on a car or a corner load, wheel load on that car 60 pounds.
And that's on asphalt. That's not even on dirt, bro.
Yeah. Wow. So,
bro.
So
that's crazy. How many do you use just one or use
they use multiple.
Two?
They use multiple. The bump stop setup they got on asphalt stuff is completely different than, well, some of them do run the type that you're talking about on the shock like that. Mm-hmm. But actually the thing now to run on asphalt, I can't run it in my class, but late model stocks per se, it is a completely separate tube. It looks like a second shock over by itself. And it's just a bump stop packer basically down in it, and it's got shims in it and stuff like that.
Wow. Okay. I got you. But you can't use the bump stops on your stuff though.
I cannot. We can't use that.
Because you gotta be more or less stock, right?
Yes. We are late model stock from 25 years ago.
Okay.
I mean, that is honestly I say that's the technology we're working with, but it stinks because, like, let's say shocks per se.
Mm-hmm.
We have a claim rule in our class for shocks, $175 a shock. I can promise you, I cannot put a set of shocks that's going to be competitive on my car and run in my class for $175 a shock.
That claim rule. Oh, come on, man. No way, man.
Fortunately, the majority of the people in the class have kind of, everybody knows that. Everybody knows we can't buy shocks for that. We can't, that's not going to. So everybody's kind of been, we're not going to claim shocks. It has happened. There's been a couple instances.
Well, you got to win like 3 in a row to get the claim?
No, you can do it at any time.
What?
Yeah.
No, come on, man. Dead
serious.
No way. That would burn. Oh,
well, and like I said, it fortunately the people in our class, they're pretty straight up, most of them, and they're like,
they know. Look, I ain't gonna do that to him. Okay. Exactly. Oh, that's cool. Well, go ahead. Well, way to go, guys. Look out for each other like that. That's awesome.
They might not all. There might be a few that still don't like each other, but it's like, we ain't doing that. I draw the line.
He ain't that bad of a guy. Come on, man.
Yeah, I draw the line there.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny.
So.
Wow. Oh wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's funny. Dave, what else you got, Dave? Come on, bro.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. All right, so, all right, Marv Whitener wins $10,000 Saturday night at the crate race at Needmore.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, Mark can drive a crate car. I mean, he can drive here, but he can drive a crate car for sure.
Yeah, his oil pan was illegal, bro. So they threw him out.
That don't surprise me. That happened at Dillon.
Here's what I want to ask you. But downtown Michael Brown wins $10,000.
I saw that.
Yes.
That was in whose car was that? Wesley's.
Yeah, Wesley Page.
Yeah.
All right. So, Dave, how can an oil pan give you an advantage like that? How can an oil pan get you thrown out?
You put they were running 604s?
Yeah.
You put a 602 oil pan on a 604, you can get the motor about an inch lower.
No freaking way.
Yeah.
The plate, the weight, no freaking way, bro.
Yeah, that happened at Dillon in the New Year's Bash a year ago.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, who was he, you know?
Jeff Sparks.
Jeff Sparks.
Yep. He's from Georgia.
Jeff Sparks.
He claimed that they had a couple oil pans sitting there and somebody just grabbed one and put it on. Because they look very similar. I mean, they look similar. I mean, if you don't know what you're looking at or checking it, actually, you don't just recognize it.
That's what blew my mind. So you mean to tell me that Cruiser, Freight Racing USA, for those who don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that much tech after a race. Because here's what happened. I get a phone call yesterday morning. So, Michael, downtown they were all loaded up. Unload. It ain't over yet. Unload. Well, they were like, what? Yeah, unload. It ain't over with yet. We look at him now. Don't think it's going to be good. And next thing you know, bam, Michael Brown declared a winner.
Sweet.
10,000 for a 604 race.
Yeah. I like it. Man, I'm going to tell you, and this has been kind of a topic of discussion around this area. 604 racing, as far as late models in the area, just say South and North Carolina, has kind of gone away. But our good friend Earl Ramey, they just put some money into a little series deal trying to build back up to 604s because it went away. It kind of.
What class? What series?
It may be Mid-East. Maybe
Okay.
Mid-East stuff. I'd have to look at it and see. I think that's what it was.
You do know April 11th and 12th at Fayetteville, they got that $50,000 602 race.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And that's the thing. And that was what they were kind of looking at. It's like, man, all this money's going in 602 stuff. There's not anything around here going in 604.
Have you seen the entry list to this thing?
I have not. I imagine it's pretty stout.
I bet you this right here. You name the driver. Yep, I can tell you if he's gonna be there or not. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's stacked. Cody O. I mean, White.
Oh, yeah.
Bubba Rowland. I mean, these guys are the best in the Southeast. They're gonna be at Fayetteville. You know, in April the 12th, got that big ultimate, season opener at Lakeview. Man, I'm just thinking about. Here's what I'm thinking about doing. Not 100% sure yet, because I still going to Talladega here the 21st, 22nd.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about going up that Friday for Fayetteville, spending the night, and then head to Lakeview that Saturday. Don't know yet. I ain't really. I don't.
Short drive. Short drive.
3.5.
Yeah. Nah. That's if you're going slow.
Dave, 3.5. 3.5.
No, that's if you're going slow.
Well, I'm not. No, I need to tell you this story. No, I'm not Wesley Page. Okay, let me tell you this story. So when it's Swainsboro week before last, right?
Yeah.
And I get off my exit on 20, and I see a car hauler going. I said, man, shoot, I know where they're going. I'm gonna get behind them. All right. So we get stop and go traffic from my exit to Bar River. And when we pass Bar River in the wind, I said, I'm gonna follow him. So I got beside him. I just want to see who the heck it was. So I'm tooling along, get beside him. It's Wesley Page driving. Ben Watkins' crew. What's up, guys? I said, I'll follow y'all. So I get behind them. Man, let me tell you something.
Put it in the wind.
Let me tell you something, bro. That doggone Wesley Page, he had that thing going 75, 80. I said, no, I can't do that. I can't do this, man.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm not doing this.
I'm gonna tell you who used to be like that, and that was Scott Bloomquist. Bloomquist would get.
I can only imagine, but go ahead, tell me Bloomquist.
I'm just telling you, I've been behind them guys and he would give that thing everything that it had. Whatever it was that's what he was going. Like, jeez.
He gonna have to take down up.
And still running late.
He's not good. You right about that. He go 90, 95 and still be late.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny.
I'm telling you. Wow. I do have to take a break real quick. Let's go. Let's talk about our good friends up at Fresh Chef. Fresh Chef, if you are up in the Race City area that I like to call around that Charlotte, Mooresville area, Hickory, wherever you're at, Conover, anywhere there, stop it. Check out our good friends over at Fresh Chef. Man, I'm going to tell you what, some of the best food you will ever have. They got daily food and drink specials. So go check them out. Tell them we sent you up there. Also, MPM Marketing, www.marketwithmpm.com. Go check out our friend Tanya over there. If you are in this game of racing, you got to have marketing help. You got to. And she knows all the ins and outs of it, whether that be the digital side, whether that be the sponsorship side, every side of it, she knows it. So go check out marketwithmpm.com. All righty. We're back.
Yes. Hey, what was the name of that restaurant again? Fresh what?
Fresh Chef.
Fresh Chef. I go to go to the World Finals every year.
Yeah, go check it out. I'm gonna tell you what, some good food.
All right, Fresh Chef. Check it out. Well, okay. Let's do this real quick. Okay. So, World of Outlaws.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, who do you think is leading? I mean, you want to go ahead and say it?
It's not real hard. All right. The smooth operator.
The points lead is not that bad because guess what? We got a tie for second. Now, who is tied for second place?
I don't know. I mean, nobody else is running. They're just way back there waiting. Who's tied? Who's tied for second?
Well, this guy just won Swainsboro. Gustin and Hoffman.
Gustin and Hoffman. Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Then you got Troutman. You got Troutman.
I like all the guys. I like them all. I like it all. I like them all. I just don't think they're competition for Bobby Pierce this year.
Who is, bro?
Yeah. Well, I think he could have more competition. I think he went and did some cherry picking running Outlaws this year, personally. It was guaranteed money for him.
Who do you see keeping up with Pierce right now? If they want to, who would you want to see on the same tour with Pierce?
Like we talked about last week, I want to see RTJ and Pierce go at it weekly.
That's what I was going to go to. I thought you were going to say JD or something like that. Because JD been running good too.
He's running good, and I think he will give him some competition. But I think it would come down to RTJ and Pierce if they were all in the same. You know, I think it would.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. Let's do this right here.
What we got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Here's your fifth place runner right now, World of Outlaws. Now, tell me who you got. You got Blair or you got Big Perm? This is what I think.
I think I might have to go with Big Perm on that one. I like some Max Blair. I really do. But Big Perm has been a little more consistent here lately, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. You got Ethan Dotson. You got Garrett Albertson.
They both look good this year. I mean, from what they were. I think Ethan now actually... I think when he was jumping around rides there for that little while, had him kind of messed up. Now he's kind of solidified in a ride. I'm going to tell you, Ethan's a good driver. I mean, Garrett is too, don't get me wrong. But Ethan, I think, has potential to be in the right situation with the right time given. I think Ethan has potential to be eventually championship material. Not saying he will, but I'm just saying I think he could be in the conversation.
Would you say right now, Ethan, maybe rookie of the year winner on the Outlaw side?
I could go with that because I think by the end of the year,
is it still too early? Because Troutman's running so good too. Is it still too early?
I think by the end of the year, Troutman's run a lot of races. Don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, Troutman don't have quite the national tour experience level yet. You know what I'm saying? To get out there in that mid-season run that you just running constantly. We still early in the season that it's, it seems like they run a week, then they're off a week, run a week, off a week, something like that right now. That middle of the year comes around and it's like back to back to back to back, every night.
Can't wait. I cannot wait
for that
Hell Tour. Outlaws, Hell Tour, Outlaws. I cannot wait for this. Lucas, Hell Tour, Outlaws. I cannot wait for this.
Me too. But I think that's where that comes into play. And I think somebody like Ethan Dotson, who has done that stuff before, even on the modified side, like he did. And I'm not saying Drake. I'm not saying Drake didn't. Drake ran his fair share of races too. Drake, I mean, he's good, but I just feel like Ethan might can squeak that one out.
All right, I can't count turbos. I think he's going to do the fun tour. Who do you got, Cody O or Hoodie?
Cody O's looking good right now, but it's hard to go against Hoodie.
All right, who's in the bigger slump right now, Hoodie or B-Shep? And who can come out? Who can come out their slump quick?
I think B-Shep is in a bigger slump. Just because,
really?
Yeah, and the reason I say that because I feel like his slump is going back. Not just this year. He did not perform last year in the Longhorn like I felt like he should.
That's what a lot of people are saying too. I asked a lot of people this question. They think the same thing too because being the Longhorn house car he was in last year. Yeah, so even though he won the championship, he really didn't have the wins to show for it. He had a lot of podiums and everything, but it didn't have. To me, it's all about dubs when it comes to dirt late model racing, man. It's all about dubs.
Yeah, I mean, nobody looks at consistency in it anymore. No. And like you said, he did. He had some podiums and was okay, but he just was not in. He has not, in my opinion, since he left Rocket, he has not been in what we know to be B-ship form. And now, even being back, he's just still not quite there yet. And I don't know if it's... He's been at it a long time. I mean, we talk about this many times, but he's been at it a long time, and you know, got kids now, married now, and has that changed things? Has it changed, you know, his outlook? I think he still wants to win. Don't get me wrong. They wouldn't do it if he didn't want to win. I don't know. It seems like all that kind of fell in place, and he hadn't been quite as fast.
You think Huddy and Jason Durham are still, you know, getting to know each other in jail right now? It's been what? Two races under the belt now with them together?
Yeah, and I think that's going to come around. Huddy's he's a good driver. Hudson's an awesome driver, and he gives good feedback. You know, obviously, or they wouldn't have him out testing for Longhorn like they do.
The 6 car,
that 6 car.
That's special. That's special.
Yeah, so that is, to me, that's essentially, it's not, but it's essentially another house car. The support they get from, and this is where Longhorn is beating everybody right now, and I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it. The support you get from Longhorn is like none other. And we see the videos of Huddy in the 6 car and stuff like that. I promise you, there's been a lot of other super drivers that just have not been on video that have been in that car testing, and they just like, okay, this is what car needs to feel like right here. Because we all know that that's a great car, always is. So that's where Longhorn is, and that's why you talk about the 22 out of 24 cars are Longhorn. Well, man, it's hard to go against it when you're not doing anything different. Everybody's gonna have the same stuff, but man, I would rather know I have the exact same stuff going on the track and know it's on me to do my job than to know, or, you know, to think, okay, do we have as good of equipment as they got? You know.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So I can't blame the guys. You know, when it's running up front every week, I can't blame them for all jumping on board.
Mm-hmm. I agree, man. I'd rather be on my shoulders knowing that it's me that's messing up.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, I agree. Totally.
So, yeah, who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So what else? What else you think?
That's about all the notes I got, man. Been kind of a slow week, but
oh yeah.
This is gonna be picking up here shortly. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned to Twitter. You'll find out. You'll see.
That's right. Y'all go follow Racin Jason on Twitter, and y'all will be up to date on all the happenings in the dirt world for sure. For sure. But I was going to go ahead and finish out this episode with you since we got you on here. Man, I know it's not something you talk about too much, but we talked about it a little bit earlier with our friend Josh Harris, president of Darlington Motor Speedway. Or not Darlington Raceway, I'm sorry, not Motor Speedway. My bad. Everything around here is Motor Speedway except for Darlington.
Yes, Lawrence, Fayetteville, Lakeview.
Dillon, yeah.
Dillon, yeah.
I do have to talk about that real quick. I got to tell you about Dillon real quick. Street stock race at Dillon the other night. They didn't have a big crowd in street stock, and actually they only had 2 4-cylinders showed up. and one of them dropped the transmission in the middle of the track pretty much. I mean, just like gears went everywhere. So they stuck the 4-cylinder on the back end of the street stock field. Just, go out there and ride. All right. Our buddy J.R. Moore and Lil Ricky Locklear put on a show up front for the lead pretty much the whole race. Had a few cautions. This, that, and other. Anyway, J.R. Moore ended up winning the race. Rolls through Tech. Car too low. They pull Lil Ricky back over there. Car too low. Car that finished third actually had wrecked at one point. Pull him over, or was he fourth? Anyway, third and fourth, both too light.
Too light.
Too light on the scales.
No green light. No green light.
No green light. So the car that was in fifth place, that was 7 laps down, had come in early, won the race.
And who was that?
I can't even remember, honestly. And
wow.
I'm sorry for whoever it is. Congratulations on your win, but that is
wow.
That is the craziest thing.
DNF that won the race.
DNF won the race. Top 4 out, kicked out at Tech.
Yeah. Oh my god. So where the four-banger? Where did he finish? Where did he end up finishing?
Well, I mean, he won his division because he was the only one out there, but he was sick. He actually finished second. In the street stock race, he technically finished second.
Yeah, love to see it. Love to see it. Oh my god.
It was great.
That's awesome.
It was wonderful. I was like, man, I ain't seen this in a long time.
What? Wow. You said, I might come to Dillon more often.
No, we're there every race pretty much. So, nah. Well, I like to see it. Look, I'm friends with JR, me and Lil Ricky, friends. I'm friends with all those guys. Daniel Humphreys also got throughout. I hate it for all of them that they got throughout. I hate it for all of them. But I would rather get thrown out knowing the Tech man is doing his job on every car out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Than letting stuff slide by.
Man, what a thankless job that is, being a Tech guy. Well, could you imagine that, bro?
You say that, and I agree with you most of the time on that. But I'm gonna tell you, I mean, there are people who appreciate that. I appreciate it as a racer. I appreciate it. I appreciate Tech man as long as he is straight up with everybody. Everybody gets the same treatment. Tech man's good in my book. Now, if some of them's kind of getting, we'll let that slide, whatever. No, I'm not a fan of those kind of Tech man.
Let me tell you how you can tell a good Tech man, Dave. When you go to different races like I do, and you got you got one car 3 seconds ahead of the whole field, and the whole field's packed. So you get that one car, he ain't legal. But when you have a race and the whole field is right there together, that's when you know you got a good Tech man.
Yep. When it's checked out like that, the Tech man's going out to eat after with the winner.
Yeah.
He's buying dinner that night.
Exactly. Yeah, we got a 4-second lead. All right, Applebee's. Wink, wink, not.
Exactly.
They got a sign at the scale house. I don't know if you ever seen this or not at Lancaster. I don't care how much your car weighs at the house.
Yep.
It only matters right here.
I'm the same way too. I'm good with it. Long as everybody's getting treated fairly and the same, I'm good with it.
Yep. Amen.
So,
Amen.
So that was quite interesting. And like I said, we had our troubles, but hopefully we'll be back in the saddle this week. I do have to say, I got to talk about this a little bit. I know you didn't watch it by no means, but this was almost looked like some backwoods dirt track action at Martinsville this past weekend in the Xfinity race.
Because I was watching basketball. I was watching NCAAs. I saw the replay on Twitter.
Yeah. Sam Mayer.
Well, what was worse, Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. Well, Saturday was worse. Saturday was better racing, as far as, if you looked at the racing part. But then the just blatant disregard and I'm going to take you out and try to win this race, that was awful. Now, Sunday just sucked as a race.
Was it bad?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Martinsville and Bristol. I don't know what happened.
What happened? The car happened.
Okay.
The car happened. That is what happened.
Okay.
The Cup car right now is terrible on short tracks.
Okay.
And when
the comments that I read, the people, on our show on Tuesday nights, we talk a little bit about it.
Yeah.
It's been like this for they blame the car for the last over years.
Well, if they would get away from shifting, because they've got a 5-speed in it now. If they would get away from that 5-speed.
They shift at Martinsville now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just think about that. If you went green flag, me and Sterling were talking about this the other day. If you went green flag the whole time, you would shift 2,000 times around that track in a race.
Why are you shifting at Martinsville?
Because they put a 5-speed in it and the gear ratios are too close.
So you shift at Bristol too?
No, not too much. I mean, I have seen them do it. Like if they run the bottom, they can.
Oh my God, bro, that is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible on the track. That's why we used to hate the mile and a half because they were boring racing, but now the mile and a half tracks put on the best racing.
That is crazy.
But man, just looking at it from a racing / spectator look, Sam Mayer goes in, or no, hold on, Sammy Smith. Mm-hmm. I said that wrong. He goes in and just cleans out Taylor Gray. Sammy Smith goes in and cleans out Taylor Gray. Sammy Smith drove in so hard, he didn't even win. And then, a pile of cars pile in behind and do the same thing. I mean, they just drive in knowing they're not going to make the corner. They got to use up the guy in front of them to make the corner. Man, that's not racing to me. I mean, and the problem is the whole point system. Is win and you're in.
I was about to ask you that. Okay, can we blend the format now? Was that what's going on?
That is.
Everybody's just concentrate more on winning. If I got to rep my own mother, I don't care.
They got to win one race. That's what they know. I've got to win a race to get into the playoffs. I mean, so you don't technically have to win it. You can point your way in, but you don't want to do that. You want to win early and then collect stage points, bonus points, whatever, throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah. Stay out. Don't pit. Get stage points.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure NASCAR don't mind this behavior because ratings and everything, but do you think they need to change the format?
Oh, I've said for years they need to get rid of win and you're in. Because... And the biggest reason I don't mind win multiple and you get in. Say you win 2 or 3 races and you're locked in. But winning one race does not say anything to me. Don't get me wrong. If I'm on root for a team, I like to root for. I'm more of a Chevrolet guy, but I love the story of the Wood brothers. Wood brothers were just awesome. All that stuff. Well, last year,
is Josh Berry driving for them? Is that right, Josh Berry?
Yeah, Josh Berry's driving for them now, and he got a win this year already. So
what? What did he win? Where?
He won at Las Vegas. Was it Las Vegas?
No,
yeah, won at Vegas.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah. So,
oh my God, my NASCAR game is. Okay.
But last year, Harrison Burton won at, I think it was Daytona. And this dude was like 30th in points. But because he won, he got in the playoffs. I'm like,
Well deserving. That's
well deserved. And he was literally the one in the first group out.
First one out.
Yeah.
Let me guess. First one out.
Exactly. And it's like,
who would have thought?
Yeah. And so it's like, you would have had a better race if you'd let that 16th place man in. You know, I don't know. So the win and you're in format in every series, to me, kind of kills it. It just, especially short tracks when you can just dump somebody in. But I feel like there may be some consequences to this wreck. I do believe. I feel like they penalized Austin Dillon last year for it. Kind of set a precedent. So I feel like Sammy Smith's going to get some sort of penalty.
Will it be enough for him not to be in?
I mean, if you're just going off points, and not banking on him getting a win the rest of the year, I doubt. In all honesty, I doubt. At most, it'll be like a 50-point penalty. He can make it up 2 races.
Bad boy, he's bad.
It's not going to help him by no means. He's going to have some better finishes, but it's not an end-all, be-all, you know.
Who's he drive for?
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh, okay. So that's going to happen. Nah,
I don't know. I think they kind of got to. And I will say they've penalized some of his cars over the years. So, I get you. I'm not saying I can't say too much about Junior.
I remember Keselowski was driving the Navy car, Charlotte, a couple years ago. Him and Hamlin got into it.
Yeah.
This ain't how we roll in the Cup garage.
That's right.
But it ain't a Cup garage. It's a freaking bush race, you idiot. What are you talking about?
It's great. It's great. So, rolling into Darlington anyway.
Yep.
I feel like it'll be a good race. All the races. Period. Xfinity.
If it don't dry out, hope it. Gotta keep it moist. I would throw the caution flag.
Maybe it won't
first
rubber.
100 laps and grade it and wet it.
Maybe
do a little bit of track prep before.
Maybe it won't rubber up too much.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to, bro. I had to.
Hey, you sound like Kyle Petty. What Kyle Petty said about Darlington. Kyle Petty said that track wasn't good for nothing. He said they need to fill it up.
Put some bass in it.
Put bass in it. He said, but it still wouldn't be no good. He said them guys could bass fish out here all day, and it's so bad they still wouldn't catch nothing. Kyle.
I remember that.
I don't think
for Felix. I remember that.
I don't think nobody was paying Kyle any attention anyway. It's like, Kyle, if it wasn't Rockingham, you couldn't win it. So,
oh man, woof! He owned that place for 3 years in a row, something like that.
He did.
He got a yacht and a Rolls Royce out of it.
He sure did. He made a career out of it.
He sure did. Yep.
Yep. But anyway. So,
well, are you going to Darlington this weekend?
I don't think I'm gonna go over there. Like I said, we probably gonna go. I got a feeling we'll probably end up testing Saturday, and once I get done, I may go over to Florence Motor Speedway. They'll be racing on Saturday night after the Xfinity race, so I'll probably end up over there. We would have raced, but like I said, it'd probably be in our best interest to go test right now. Make sure we got all our bugs worked out and.
Well, spray real good with a raid under the hood, man. Get the bugs out of it.
I'm telling you, boy. It's hopefully we'll be good. And so who knows? But I don't plan on going over Darlington. Whatever. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'm gonna say Kyle Larson for the win at Darlington.
I'll go Kyle, but the other one.
Busch. That would be interesting. I'd like to see that. So what you got going on? What's coming up this weekend on your side?
Nothing much, man. We got doggone it, Dave. I should have wrote this down, man. We got unsanctioned at the Gap. I do know that Michael Brown's going up there.
Okay.
Oh gosh, think what else we got? It's April the 5th, so it'll be the 5th this weekend. Not a whole heck of a lot. The April the 12th is really gonna be the big weekend down here.
Good deal.
Yeah, Lakeview. You got Fayetteville 50,000 602 race, which I think will be on XR.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool deal, man. Well, I think it's about time to jump off of here. But, buddy, I sure appreciate you as always.
I appreciate you, Dave, man. Hey, I was kind of like a co-host tonight, huh?
You are my co-host tonight.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed it. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Well, I sure appreciate it, buddy. It ended up being a lot longer than I thought it would be tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, man, it'd probably be a short show, whatever. But yeah. So, but no, I appreciate it. Appreciate it greatly.
Appreciate it, man. You can shut me up anytime you want to.
No, I don't want to shut you up. I want you to talk. That's what we got to do. That's why we have podcasts.
Well, this is true, too. Yeah. Big facts.
A quiet podcast doesn't do well.
About like Overton, like Lucas Oil.
Yeah. I do have to say happy birthday to my oldest son, Landon. He will be 16 tomorrow on April 1st. 16.
Man, would you have him when you were 16? Man,
I was not. I was
25. What are you?
I am 30. I'm 38.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, okay. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah. Thank you, I think.
You got my Chicken Bone Alley stickers coming in?
I'm gonna get you some. I got to scrounge up a few things, and I'm gonna send them your way.
Okay. All right. Need them. Got to have them. Need them.
We'll get them.
Hey, stickers. Got to have stickers, man.
We'll send you some.
All right, bud.
All right, man. Well, I greatly appreciate you, and appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight as always. And we will catch y'all next time. Have a good one.
Y'all be good. Later, Dave.